In this video, we're going to check out the new expression pedal from Headrush. Hey guys, I'm Dr. McFarland and welcome back to the channel. It is a new year and that means new video reviews for you guys right here in my studio. So I do thank you guys for watching and we're going to get right into it. As you see here on the GoPro camera is the new Headrush expression pedal. And I'm going to be first demonstrating this on the full-size pedal board and then I'll transition over to the gig board so you can see how it works with that as well. But there has been a feature that I have not really used a whole lot in the full-size board because I just didn't have a good expression pedal to do that with. And now that we do, I can show you guys how I would use it with the full-size pedal board setup. So what we have to first do is go to ... global settings. And you'll see on page 1, we just have all the normal stuff. Page 2 is your global setting EQs. And then page 3, we're going to see external pedal on or off. So that's when we actually want to use the on feature because we are hooking up a secondary expression pedal to the full-size board. So that means that the main pedal on the board is going to be used for A, and then the extra pedal is going to be used for B. Or you can have it do vice versa, whichever you want. So, but you do want to make sure that it is on. So there's a few things that's caught up in this rig that I can demonstrate how to use this pedal in real life. Maybe you're on stage and you just need a secondary expression pedal that you don't want to switch back and forth on the toe. Maybe you want to adjust the mix of a reverb or change parameters on an overdrive or an amp itself. So let's go ahead and look at what we can do here. So I do have A as my volume pedal, and you can see that if we go to hardware assign, I have A, it says volume, okay? And I can always go in and change the range of that if I need to. And I am in advanced mode right now, which means you can assign multiple things to that A expression switch. And then if I go to B, you can see that I don't have anything in there yet. But let's figure out something that I can do here. So first of all, let's just have fun with the wah pedal. And unfortunately with the full-size board, we don't really have a toe switch functionality with this. So I wouldn't really want to use this for a wah pedal in real life because I wouldn't have a way of turning it off unless I had the wah assigned to a switch on the board. And for me, that's just one extra step that I don't want to go through. So you have to mentally kind of figure out how you would use it in your own rig and then just utilize it that way, okay? But for now, we're going to say wah and then pedal. And then now if I turn this on, and I must say this is a very, very smooth feeling expression pedal. It feels just like the one on the full-size pedal board as far as the grip and just the overall range of movement and just the smoothness that it has underneath your feet. I do like the robust construction of this pedal, and it just feels really good. So let's keep playing around a little bit. Great. But now notice if I click my toe, it's not really turning on and off the wah pedal itself. So I still have to have that assigned to a switch. Not a big deal though. So let's go back to hardware assign and we are going to unassign the pedal and let's do something else here. Let's go to our smart harmony and let's just say that we want to adjust the mix of our smart harmony. And we can go in and do the range as well. So let's say 0 is heel down, and then on the toe we're just going to blend in a little bit of a third above our note. So let's go ahead and turn this on with the heel down, and you're not going to hear anything. Alright, and let's make sure that our key is selected. I'm going to play in the key of A. And we'll do, let's do a pentatonic minor with a third and an octave in there. So check this out. Sure, why not? You can do stuff like that. Let's go ahead and do something else. Let's do the drop tune, and we're also going to do the mix on that as well. So on the drop tune, we're going to do a whole step down. So with the heel, so now you don't hear the effect in there. I can just play like normal. Alright, and in this case, I probably don't want to have the mix set to 40. Let's just go all the way 100% on this one, because it didn't really make sense to blend that in. Alright, so here it is again with the heel down. Weird, just like a weird morphing between two keys kind of thing. Sure, why not? It's another option as well. Let's actually go in and set this to 2 as a whole step, 4 as a major third, 5 is a perfect fourth, and then 7 should be a fifth. So let's try that. So check this out. Alright, so you're actually going down a fourth within the scale, but you are going down a fifth because it inverts and all that fun music theory stuff. So here's a C note. You're going to hear the F go below, even though I'm going to stay on the C. Let's try a little fun with some delay on that sound, because it might be pretty neat. There's that. And then we got some reverb going on. Alright, so I'm not sure what's going to happen right now, but let's throw on some black op as well. And here we go. You gotta kind of have to think about what notes you're playing in order for it to make sense. But anyway, let's move on to something else here. Let's turn off the black op. And let's actually go to the black op now. And let's just say we're going to control the distortion time. Alright. And we got our range. We don't want it to be full bore just yet, but we do want a little bit of overdrive in there. And then let's also say that on the same thing, we're going to go to the volume. And we don't want the volume to be crazy. But we do want it a little louder on the heel and a little bit softer on the toe. So that way when you add more gain, you're going to compensate by lowering the volume just a little bit. So let's try this out and see what happens. Let's really clean up the amp so we can hear what it's doing. And let's go into hardware sign once again. Let's make these a little bit more apparent. Maybe do something like that. And let's see what happens there. Alright, so here we go. Here's the heel. And basically, once you understand the concepts, you can go in and fine tweak the settings as you need to, but it's just a matter of, okay, what can I assign to a switch or the expression, and how do I adjust it in real time? So that's basically what I'm doing right now, is just kind of tweaking the sound, making sure it's right for what I want. So I want just a little bit more volume on the heel and less volume on the toe. So let's check this out. And we still have the A assigned to our volume, as you can hear. We can have that doing different stuff if we wanted to. But for now, that's a pretty good explanation of what you can do with the pedal board. So now let's actually go over to the gig board, and I'll show you what I'll do with that. Alright, so now moving on to the gig board, we're actually going to utilize two different cables that the full-size pedal board didn't need. Because all we had to do for the other board was use a TRS cable. And that's what this looks like if you're not familiar. It is a 1/4-inch cable with two lines, if you want to think of it like that. But you basically have a tip, a ring, and then a sleeve. And that's the kind of cable that you'll need to hook up to the full-size pedal board. Now, with the gig board, we actually have an expression output, which is what the TRS cable is for. And then we have a toe output, which is what a TS cable, or I just call it a regular guitar cable. So I'm going to go ahead and hook the expression pedal up to the gig board, and then I'm going to show you how I'm primarily going to use this here in the studio. So before I set this on the ground, I do want to mention once again that this is a very beautifully made expression pedal. It's very robust. I love the big Headrush feature there on the front. It looks really, really good. And I do like having the top mounted jacks versus other pedals that have them on the side, because what if you want to butt this up right next to the gig board or your full-size pedal board, and those side jacks are really going to get in the way of making everything nice and tidy. So I do like having those top mount jacks. And also you can see here on the bottom that it says expression and toe. So that's what we're going to use to hook up our cables. So once again, we're going to go TRS cable into the expression side, and I'm going to use this very long guitar cable, which is going to work just fine, and which is a regular TS cable, and that's going to go into the toe. And now I'm going to hook it up on the back of the gig board itself. Alright, now right away you're going to be able to see on the screen here that I have the wall pedal off right now, but as soon as I click my toe, the wall pedal turns on, and that is great because I've used other expression pedals in the past that wasn't always as constant or instant as what this pedal feels like under the foot. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And let's hear a little bit of wall pedal here on, let's go to scene 4, which is going to be my lead patch on a Bogner with a little bit of tube screamer. I like that. Let's go to our modes. We got B, which is on pedal, and we have the more wall. Alright, so we're going to start a new rig from scratch, and let's go ahead and put in a nice clean amplifier. Nothing too crazy here. Let's go with the Black Princeton Reverb, and I'm going to bring in my volume pedal. You can see that works like this. Alright, so right away we got the volume working on that. I'm going to work on the tone here. Alright, great. Let's go ahead and bring in our black wall, which is basically a Dunlop Crybaby. And you can see that just by a few clicks of the toe that we got back to where the volume and the wall pedal was going back and forth and not both staying on at the same time. Alright, great. And let's throw in a little bit of reverb here. let's go ahead and throw in some compression. And let's say I want a little bit of overdrive or distortion. We'll do the DC distort, and we'll change the color so you can see it a little bit better. Alright, so let's say I have some basic elements in my rig now, and I'm going to just call this studio rig. And let's go ahead, because we can, and I'm more than likely going to use something in here. Let's just use a little bit of delay. So what I like about the gig board being on a desk and then the expression being at my foot, well, I don't have to bend over and change parameters because I already have something that's high that I can reach with my hand and just go ahead and adjust things. I still have my foot available to do volume, wah pedal, change the gain structure of an amp or a pedal, or maybe change the speed of a tremolo or a chorus in real time. So that way, whatever I hear in my head as I'm producing a song, I can quickly get to those sounds and just keep the momentum going until I get the song done. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I wanted to make sure I showed you my thought process behind how I would use this expression pedal. But you may have something totally different in mind that I wouldn't even think of before. So that's the beauty of gear. It's really a tool that you can use for your own personal expression, and you don't have to worry about what others think and how they tell you that you should use it. So I highly suggest getting the Headrush expression pedal for your own studio or your live rig setup. I love the feel of the sweep underneath my foot, and once again, this pedal is just very robust and very well made. So kudos to Headrush for coming out with another great product, and I am looking forward to much more that they have in store in the future. So thanks for watching this far in the video. If you haven't done so already, please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe down below if you are not a subscriber yet. And do be sure to check out the description down below as well. There's a lot of fun links down there for you to check out. And in the meantime, I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.